Movie theaters and streaming platforms are being bombarded with superhero movies constantly. Why? Well, we love them. The drama, the intrigue, the gadgets, let's face it. A lot of our favorite superheroes be a lot less super without their cutting-edge tech support. But the truth is, scientists and fans are legitimately recreating these gadgets, from functioning bat suits to dragonfly spies to artificial intelligence devices operated by our minds. Be super with 15 superhero gadgets which actually exist.
Around you, when you want to fly, you are floating over your bed or you disappear through your windows.
Deluxe biomechanical spinal armor. Who doesn't need a full metal battery operated biomechanical spinal armor with glowing vertebrae? Take our money, please. Why do we need this in our lives? Who cares? But you can live your full spinal fantasy with this deluxe biomechanical spinal armor with the red, blue, green LED option. You can even customize your LED experience. The dream color controller brightness and solid color selection. You have the freedom to show your true colors, and it comes complete with aluminum construction with new upgraded metal shoulder and neck piece, now standard with all deluxe spines. Plus, your deluxe biomechanical spinal armor includes foam padding along the shoulders for a super comfort. You want some add-ons? Try a gas mask for $50. The fins, however, will set you back another $90. You're gonna need a custom helmet to match too. With over 17 years of robotics experience behind this design, Bionic Concepts, the company behind the spinal armor, specializes in durable and futuristic costume pieces and robotic gadgets. Hey, did you know that if you smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, you're more likely to win the lottery? So what are you waiting for? Record-breaking batsuit. There's custom play, and then there's this. Ireland's Julian Checkley leaned into cosplay like nobody else and managed to install 23 working gadgets onto his homemade batsuit. The custom batsuit was such a sensation, Checkley's design broke records. He won the Guinness World Record for the most functional gadget on a cosplay suit in 2016, complete with bat signal projection, a fireball shooter, even a bat flask for emergencies. He designed his very first cosplay suit, a Darth Vader costume, at just 7 years old. A passionate Batman fan from Portland, Maine decided to build something better. Keith Dinsmore decided to take his appreciation to the next level and literally became Batman. In 2017, after seeing the record for most functional gadgets in a cosplay suit, decided to try and break the record held by Julian with a total of 30 distinctive mechanisms. Dinsmore crushed Checkley's record. The latest features on the cosplay creation include, but aren't limited to, bat-shaped throwing stars called batarangs, binoculars, the classic bat signal, a compass, a fingerprint kit, a tracking device, handcuffs, a baton, you name it. This cosplay Batman suit is super. Optical camouflage. Active camouflage, adaptive camouflage, or optical camouflage is the concept behind Harry Potter's invisibility cloak, James Bond's invisible car, or Wonder Woman's crystal clear airplane. But no longer is it just fiction. This sort of technology actually exists. Perfect concealment from visual detection can be yours. The garment, in the works of a Japanese inventor Susumi Tachi, a professor of computer science and physics at the University of Tokyo. The optical camouflage cloak isn't actually invisible, but is made from a retro-reflective material. The garment is also coated with tiny light reflective beads. Here's the key. It's fitted with cameras that project what's at the back of the wearer onto its front and vice versa. Sounds easy, right? When demonstrating the technology, the material was used to coat a ball, a brick, and a cloak. In each case, it appeared as if the viewer would see through each item. Optical camouflage is technically possible. Early days, the military is definitely interested in furthering these technologies. The device is attracting serious attention from military experts. Technology like this could help troops perform their duties undetected or make military vehicles invisible. Lorica Mark II. Have you ever heard of Unified Weapons Master? It's a hybrid martial art developed by the Australian startup firm Chiron Global using smart technology in a gladiator-style carbon fiber armored suit known as the Lorica suit. The newest version of the smart suit, Lorica MK2 body armor, showed them to the world in Wellington, New Zealand. Although it has similarities to the original smart body armor, Unified Weapons Master has boosted its performance with a wide range of technological upgrades, impact, and penetration-resistant materials, new sensors, more breathability, and less bulk. And fighters can take their martial arts skills to the next level. Fighters have more freedom of movement and all the protection they need. UWM said in a statement, the Mk2 is lighter, has better articulation, more advanced sensor technology, and a reduced profile. The 30% weight reduction from the Mk1 prototype suit means the fighters can move more explosively. On top of that, they're working to improve the suit's scoring system so it grabs impact data and transmits the data wirelessly to a ringside scoring computer faster so that each blow is displayed in real time. Alter Ego. This wearable system allows a user to silently converse with a computing device without any voice or discernible movements. All you need to do is just think about what you want to do, whether it's changing the channel or checking the weather, even starting your car, and it's attached to your face. The goal simply was to merge humans and computers through this new technology so that artificial intelligence could weave into our personalities like a second self, the Alter Ego. The device consists of 7 small electrodes that comfortably rest around the jawline and mouth that receive the electrical inputs to the muscles used for talking. We transmit signals by vocalizing internally and then receive the oral output through bone conduction without disturbing our physical senses and doesn't interrupt a user's privacy. It's a non-invasive, wearable, peripheral neural interface that lets people converse naturally with machines without opening their mouth, simply by articulating words internally, like speaking to oneself. For people with speech disorders, the system has the potential to seamlessly integrate humans and computers and make communicating easier. NKO1. Those of us wanting to live our ultimate Iron Man fantasy, there's no real economic way to create from scratch the kind of next-level tech required to regenerate the kind of power. However, that doesn't stop people from trying. Tony Stark in the Iron Man suit is the essence of luxury and science combined. Take the NK-01 exoskeleton suit. Plenty of companies are working on developing suits just like this, inspired by and often replicating accurately as best they can. It's being developed by Chinese company FutureWise, like something out of a Marvel movie. The massive exoskeleton is actually real. The prototype Mega Exosuit has been put together by a team driven by comic books and cartoons, and it shows the NK-01 has been showcased in Beijing by the talented tech company. The invention can even be piloted by a person wearing the suit, just like Iron Man. Although exoskeleton suits like NK-01 are still in the prototype phase, FutureWise has many plans and are set on becoming the first company to commercially produce these suits for people like us to enjoy. It won't have any weapons, however, but the technology is nonetheless very impressive. The NK-01 is expected to become commercially available soon. The Jetman. Eve Rossi doesn't need to drop out of a plane or helicopter to fly using an autonomous flight suit system that he designed himself, and videos of him testing out his jetpack suit, flying alongside bomber jets, are taking the world by storm. He's famous for inventing a series of experimental individual jetpacks, a wingsuit system comprising a backpack equipped with semi-rigged aeroplane-type carbon fiber wings with a span of about 7.9 feet. This Jetman sometimes tested and presented new versions of his jetpacks whenever he had the chance, but the latest version has some serious advantages. Now, with 4 new, more powerful JetCat P550 turbine engines on the wing, he's now got enough vertical lift to fly straight upwards at about 112 miles per hour, and the technology is so advanced he only uses nothing but finger controls built into his gloves to steer the jetpack mid-flight. Then the jetpack can change to move around slowly in hover mode and land gently on his feet. Just amazing. It seems the capability for all of us to strap on an autonomous flying suit system like Rossi's invention and then flying alongside airplanes is within reach. Could you imagine a commute to work using your own jetpack? It's closer than you think. Iceman hands. Colin Furze may not technically be a mutant with special powers, but he has the smarts to design his own versions. The UK-based YouTuber is known for do-it-yourself ingenuity. His recent creation is a liquid nitrogen blaster pack inspired by the X-Men character Iceman. The inventor first experimented with compressed carbon dioxide, but soon found that that wasn't cold enough to freeze things on contact. He switched to the oldest fluid he could find, 320° Fahrenheit liquid nitrogen. With a dual tank reservoir on his back, one for liquid nitrogen and another for compressed gas, the firing mechanism of this palm-mounted ice shooter uses a tilt sensor to engage. Furze then added a stream of water to the mix, enabling him to cover a bust in ice. All the amateur Iceman has to do is raise his hand and freeze away. He filmed himself freezing flowers, vegetation, and a glass of water. Some of Furz's previous creations attempted to replicate the abilities of Wolverine, Magneto, and Pyro too. This is why he's famous. The reality is that a lot of these ideas presented in some comics in theory are actually possible. Colin Furze has the brains to back it up. AlectRx self-healing. The human nervous system is integral to maintaining physical and mental health. Sensory nerves continuously monitor it and trigger responses in the brain and spinal cord. However, some diseases can disrupt these processes and produce pain, metabolic disorders, and autoimmune diseases. AlectRx technology is trying to change that. Scientists are working towards creating a medical implant that not only continuously monitors the condition of your organs, but also helps your body heal itself when problems arise. The Electrical Prescriptions Program aims to support us and our bodies by reducing the time to treatment for a wide range of physical and mental health conditions. Treatments for pain, general inflammation, post-traumatic stress, severe anxiety, and trauma in one implant. Sounds good, right? Certain conditions can unfortunately cause this process to go haywire, and peripheral nerve signals start to actually worsen the situation, triggering pain, inflammation, and immune system problems. That's where AlectRx's implant would come in. After sensing problems, it would send out tailored electrical impulses to populations of nerves that help the body heal itself, keeping patients healthy using their own bodily systems rather than drugs. Speed backpack. Usually, we talk about jetpacks as something that might help people fly on their own. But what if scientists reduced the amount of power required to make someone take flight and instead controlled the instantaneous thrust and fast, agile, and controllable movement to help people run faster? A speed backpack is being developed at Arizona State University by mechanical engineer and robot designer Jason Krests. The idea behind it is that every soldier should be able to run a 4-minute mile. That's how the idea for 4MM began. The speed backpack comes equipped with 2 jet thrusters. They face behind the runner to propel them forward. The continuous thrust helps runners move faster while reducing their energy burn. The speed backpack trials showed they could indeed make people run faster and use less energy, despite the addition of an 11.2-pound jetpack. According to the creator, if you think of a Navy SEAL or an Army soldier that has to get in somewhere quick and do whatever they've got to do, but maybe get out of there just as quickly, so these devices can really help soldiers to not only accomplish their goals, but also succeed in their missions and potentially save human lives as well. Spider-Man gloves. Cambridge University made a bold claim stating that Spider-Man could never exist because a human being's hands and feet don't have enough surface area to lift a body up on a smooth surface, no matter how sticky those gloves are. A team of engineers and mechanical engineering graduate student Elliot Hawks at Stanford University announced that they've invented a device called Gecko gloves that proves the Cambridge researchers wrong. The Gecko glove is a tiled pad covered in a synthetic adhesive that shares large loads, like the weight of a human body, across all tiles evenly. On the synthetic adhesives that cover each tile are millions of sawtooth-shaped polymer structures about the width of a human hair. They're attached to special digressive springs that become less stiff the further they're stretched. When the springs are pulled on, equal force is applied to each of the pad's 24 tiles, causing the sawtooth-shaped polymer structures to flatten and thus release, like Spider-Man. The pads aren't just useful for potential superheroes. Some applications involve making robots that lift large items with the Gecko technology. NASA could apply them to the robotic arms of a spacecraft to latch on to space debris. All this from Gecko gloves, aka Spider-Man gloves. The Talos suit. U.S. Special Operations Command has been quietly working on a high-tech battle suit known as the Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit, or Talos for short. It aims to succeed where previous American initiatives geared towards enhancing the abilities of soldiers in combat using human portable and worn technology have stalled. Among the primary objectives of this program are developing a suit that's energy efficient, able to function at peak performance without recharging for significant periods of time, and low profile, allowing ease of movement and maneuverability. In addition to their weapons and ammunition, soldiers can sometimes find themselves toting more than 60 to 70 pounds of additional gear and personal protective equipment. By integrating light armor plating into the chassis of Talos and including force-multiplying motors, the new suit could allow wearers to carry even more weight without feeling a thing. Talos will also be able to provide wearers with heightened situational awareness while streaming in huge amounts of data and information from other platforms, including drones, reconnaissance, aircraft, land-based and naval sensors, etc. Life support systems that monitor the wearer's vitals and health are also expected to advance the Talos suit's potential. Dragonfly eye. Animal dynamics, where the worlds of the animal kingdom and drone design collide using the science known as biomechanics. The company invented the Skeeter, a drone that allows for an intimate study of insect life, a genetically modified dragonfly to be specific. Total game changer when you're trying to make spy cams for bugs to wear. The Skeeter project uses the dragon's wings, flapping wings to get around, and solar power to make the camera work. Wings are better than a propeller and allow a dragonfly to hover in the face of strong gusts. They're also impossible for human engineers to duplicate. Animal Dynamics spent 4 years developing